This Torah class is brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.
Okay, good morning everyone. We're continuing in Mishna Berura Hashavua. We're learning Siman Tes Vav, Sif Vav. This will be for second day Rosh Hashanah, okay? So we did Sif Hey was first day Rosh Hashanah, Monday. Sif Vav will be second day Rosh Hashanah. HaToifer and Bez Hashem will try to convene on Wednesday, yeah? On Wednesday, Tzem Gedalia. Sif Vav. HaToifer chatichas beged bekanvei Talis. One who sews a piece of garment on the corner of the Talis. V'chein ma'shenogim lispar sviv hanekev shatzitzis boi. And likewise, meaning, here we just said in Sif Dalet and Hey, according to Rashi, don't sew anything in the corner. You might use it for tzitzis, but what if I want to sew the little square corner in the corner, or I want to, like in our tzitzis, there's a border, there's a extra stitch around the hole so that it doesn't rip. If it's a linen talis, if it's a silk talis, and you're going to sew around the hole with silk, Lavan, yesh lachash b'davadas Rashi. It's an issue according to Rashi. Shaloi tehesham tefir l'matam mishash. You're not supposed to have any stitching below 3 etzbais, ulamalami kasher goydel, and above from the joint to the knuckle. In other words, it's taka problem. If you have a silk talis and you want to sew the hole with silk, it's a problem. So I'm using a wool beged. I'm assuming then the stitching around the hole is not wool. I'm assuming, I hope so. But that's what we're learning. According to Rashi, you're now to sew with wool, but I don't think most threads are wool anyway. I don't think so. Likewise, anytime you sew with a string, with a thread, which is the same species as the tzitzis, we're afraid you might use that thread for tzitzis. Says Mishna Berura Meshi, Dimu shel tzemer, if it's wool, kvar nizbar dein lachash klal l'motzei tefira av teich gimel. If the beged is wool, you're allowed to sew with silk within 3 etzvahs. That's what he means. If the beged is wool, you could sew with silk. So I'm assuming our stitching, if you have a wool beged, I'm assuming it's silk. But I guess it's a problem. Someone who has a cotton garment, I guess they don't sew around over there with cotton. Otherwise it's a problem according to Rashi. Which, by the way, it might even be a problem b'di'evi. It might even be yotzei. I'm assuming they don't use cotton around it. I guess we should try to find out. B'chud meshi. V'adin av tasha sharminim, likewise the talis is the other species. Dafke machudu mei oisem min gufa. It's only a problem if the thread is from that species. Avle machud min acher, if the thread is from a different species, yesh l'hakel, you could be lenient. V'adal yichol likach oisei echel tzitzis. You definitely cannot use that thread for tzitzis. Areina pater b'minoi, because different material only patters with its min. Lavan, de'imhut savua gamkein. Because if it's colored, in lachash kal shamikach and tzitzis, like we said earlier, we're not afraid you might use it for tzitzis. The inanu noegim lasit tzitzis tzivuim. Our custom is not to use colored tzitzis. Chumash custom Siman Tes Hey. Lamatimi gimel, below 3 fingers. The shamu makam at tzitzis. Aval kishatvil lamalami gimel. If the stitching is above 3 fingers, or lamatimi kasher godol, or below, from the joint to the nail, ein lachash shikach and tzitzis, is not where you're going to take it for tzitzis. Chumash custom Siman Yod. Usviv hanekev, around the hole, asur litbar b'chut lavan, you cannot reinforce it with a white thread. We do it. If Talis shalanu, they're wool, ein lahakbid klal. But that means if you're wearing a cotton garment, you're not allowed to have that reinforcement. So I'm not sure what they do. Maybe they use silk. So the dirshu they bring, there are those who do reinforce it with the same material. What's the justification? They rely on the Aruch HaShulchan. Because most tzitzis are wool. And therefore, most strings are wool, so we're not afraid you're going to use a different material. I don't know. People who have cotton tzitzis, what material are the threads? Maybe they're wool. So if they're wool, then it's okay because we're not worried you're going to use a cotton thread. But there seems to be an issue with. By the way, that's something to think about. Because if somebody has a cotton garment and it's reinforced with cotton cotton around it, there is a tzad, according to Rashi, that a person not yotzei. I'm not sure. B'chol makom, if it ripped and you left with a little bit, don't sew it up with that same species as the garment, according to Rashi. Okay, let's hold it over here. We'll continue Wednesday in Siman Tezayin. Thanks everybody for joining. Have a wonderful day. So again, what we need to look into is, I'm assuming in wool garments, the stitching around the hole is not wool, so you don't have a problem. But I'm not sure what they do in cotton garments, because if they sew it up with cotton, that would be an issue, according to Rashi. There's a justification here in the Dirshu, that from the Aruch HaShulchan, that nowadays we don't use cotton strings, we use only wool strings. Is that true? Are there wool strings on cotton begadim? Probably. But again, I wonder if it would be possible to get a cotton garment that's the hole is reinforced with wool also. That would be better according to Rashi. Okay, Rabbi say have a great Shabbos. Kol tov. Good Yarek. Sivach Simatayva, everyone. We'll see you Bez Hashem Wednesday. Thanks a lot. Kol tov.
You've just experienced another Torah class brought to you by TorahAnytime.com.